Hey guys, Mrs. Grillo here. This is the extra activity that you don't have to do, but will give you more information about Earth Day if you're interested. So the first book I have is called Pollution, and this is like the sad book that tells you why we celebrate Earth Day and why Earth Day is important. And then the next book is called Simple Ideas to Save Earth. So how we can fix the problem. So here's the problem. This book is called Pollution. Pollution. Sorry. Here we go. Pollution is throwing cans in the bay. I don't think the little fishies want that soda. Tossing plastic things away. You ever wonder where your garbage goes? Fumes that come out of your car. You know that stinky smell that cars have if you're standing behind them? That stuff's not so good for the earth. A tractor? What's wrong with him? Oh, chemicals drifting near and far. Farmers put chemicals on the field to keep the bugs away, but it kind of hurts the earth too. Chimneys belching out their smoke, causing us to sneeze and choke. Here's a nice, beautiful ocean, and this pipe is just dumping rubbish in the sea, spoiling the world for you and me. So that's what pollution is. And now let's see some ways that we can try to help our Earth. This book is called Simple Ideas to Save Earth by David Montrez. And I'm not going to read the whole thing because there's a lot of words, so I'm going to kind of jump around. It even has a table of contents to tell me all the different chapters. Here's people picking up trash. See how they're wearing gloves? If you decide to pick up trash for Earth Day, it's a good idea to wear some protective gloves. What a good idea. Some people think that our planet Earth is in trouble and needs help. In many places, people have hurt the environment. They have left garbage on the land and in the ocean. Pollution is harming animals and plants, and it is making the land and water unsafe for people too. Earth needs your help. I'm going to read the caption here. People show their love for Mother Earth on Earth Day. The holiday is celebrated each year in the United States on April 22nd. That's today. Now we're going to learn about some important people who helped Earth Day get started and help save the earth. Lady Bird plants wildflowers. Lady Bird Johnson was born in 1912 in Texas. She was given her nickname when she was just a baby. A nurse said, "Why, she's as pretty as a lady bird." As a child, Lady Bird loved the woods and fields around her home. She often went for walks. "I was a child of nature," she said later. In 1930, she married Lyndon B. Johnston. In 1963, he became the President of the United States. Lady Bird became the first lady. At first, Lady Bird traveled around as First Lady, Lady Bird traveled around the country. She saw lots of garbage lying around. Many roadsides looked like junkyards. This gave Lady Bird the idea to plant flowers and trees beside the highways. Thank you, Lady Bird. Bird. Oh, let's see what this guy, we have another guy named Ian Kiernan, Cleans Up, Chapter 3. Ian Kiernan was born in 1940 in Sydney, Australia. He lived near the ocean. He always loved sailing and took part in many boat races. In 1986, he sailed around the world in a boat race. He was at sea for 9 months. During that race, he saw something that changed his life forever. This is him talking. I'd read about the Sargasso Sea south of Bermuda, he said, but when I was there, all I saw was floating garbage. Plastic bags, toothpaste tubes, broken plastic buckets. There he is. Ian was very angry to see so much garbage in such a beautiful place. He decided he would do something about this problem. When Ian got back to Sydney, he planned a day to clean up Sydney Harbor. He was amazed when 40,000 people turned up to help. Ian saw that lots of people wanted to take care of the land and the ocean. The next year, Ian planned the same idea for all of Australia. He called it Clean Up Australia Day. Clean Up Australia Day is now held every year, and every year more people come to help. But Ian's idea has also spread around the world. Almost 40 million people in 120 countries have a cleanup day once a year. And that is our Earth Day today! Let's meet another good person. Wangari Maathai was born in Kenya, Africa in 1940. In 1976, she began planting trees in her backyard. She looked around and saw that most of the trees in her village had been cut down. She saw that the land was becoming a desert. All of the soil was being washed away. Few plants and trees could grow, and without trees, there was no wood to use for fuel for cooking. There's Wangari. She plants her own trees. Wangari got the idea that trees needed to be planted everywhere. She found other women who agreed. They named their group the Green Belt Movement. The women began to plant trees in their own villages. Since 1977, these women have planted more than 20 million trees around Kenya and other parts of Africa. The Green Belt Movement also helps people in Africa in other ways. It teaches people about laws and about good nutrition. So here's where she's from. And we live way over here in North America. And there's Africa. I'm going to show you the picture and I'll read the words. In 1986, the Pan-African, which means all of Africa, Green Belt Movement was started. Wangari's good idea keeps spreading. Many other countries now have groups who plant trees and help people in villages, but a lot remains to be done. Wangari Maathai's idea was so good that she won a Nobel Peace Prize in 2004. The Nobel Peace Prize voting committee said that Wangari thinks globally and acts locally. Wangari was so proud to get the award. It is not my own prize, but for the entire country, she said, and I'm told the whole of Africa is celebrating. So here she is with her Peace Prize. It's kind of like the most amazing award someone can get. The Nobel Peace Prize. Alfred Nobel was a Swedish inventor, scientist, and businessman. He gave a lot of money to be used for the Nobel Peace Prize and 4 other awards. The Peace Prize is given each year to a person who has helped make the world a better place. Pretty cool stuff. Anyone can do what Lady Bird Johnson, Ian Kiernan, and Wangari Maathai did. Each of them showed that when you have a good idea, you should tell other people about it. Amazing things can happen.